Hi there, Terry back again. Hope I find you all well, and I hope you've been reading lots of new and old comic books. It's now time for my 54th video. Who'd have thought? And we have got volume 2 of Wonder Woman, part 2. And we've got, first of all, issue number 13 from February 88. Part of the Millennium story arc. Another action cover by George Perez, and it was titled The Demon Plague. Written by George Perez and Len Wein, and of course pencils by George Perez, inks by Bruce D. Patterson, and inks by Carl Gafford. And the Demon Plague origins from this story won't be revealed until issue 45 in August 1990 cover date. There you go. This lovely, delightful cover by George Perez. I thought it was a double cover, a nice back cover as well, but it doesn't, which is a shame. But anyway, March 88 is its cover date. Again, written by George Perez and Len Wein, and of course George does the internal pencils, Bruce doing the inks, and Carl doing the colours. The story title was For the Glory of Gear. There's no real trivia for this issue, other than Vanessa Capitelis is revealed to be a fan of Bon Jovi. There you go. Another stunning Perez cover, number 15. And with this we have the first cover and internal appearance of Silver Swan. Real name Valerie Baudry. And the story title is Swan Song, which seems a strange title for a first appearance. There you go. Anyways, as usual, written by George Perez and Len Wein, and the pencils again by George, inks by Bruce, and colours by Carl. That's a lovely cover. Then we have number 16, as he turns his page very noisily. I will be running out of expletives, but these covers by George Perez are phenomenal. And here's another one, Silver Swan and Wonder Woman battling over Boston. Cover date May 88, entitled Bird of Paradise, Bird of Prey. George and Len doing the writing, George with the pencils, Bob Smith with the inks this time, and the colours are still by Carl Gafford. This issue is a crossover of sorts. The final pages are roughly concurrent with events in Superman Volume 2 number 17, which is continued into Adventures Superman number 440, and finally ends in Action Comics number 600. There you have been told. And then we have a more sombre cover for Perez. This is a June 88 cover date. And this was titled, as you can see on the cover, Traces. It's also written and penciled by George, and Dick Giordino inks, and this time the colours are by Carl. The trivia, this issue it's the first solely written by George Perez, but editor Karen Berger was heavily dissatisfied with his initial draft, and he was forced to completely rewrite the first 10 pages. Also in this issue, Wonder Woman was given honorary Greek citizenship of Greece. And it says by a fairly accurate caricature of Andrei Papandreou, the Greek Prime Minister at the time. Do fill you up with lots of useless information, don't I? Then we have number 18, July 1988, and this is a very dark and moody cover for number 18. It's July 88 cover date, and as I just said, this issue, the cover, writing and pencils are by George Perez's. All of it. This issue, the cover, the writing and the pencils are by George Perez, along with Dick Giordino on the inks and Carl Gafford on the colouring. The title which is apt for the cover, Creatures of the Dark. Also in this issue, a bonus 16-page insert book, as you can see, and it's called Legend of the Amazons, and it's Awakenings by Dan Littlefoot. Trivia of this issue is there are many first appearances in this issue, but mainly it's their only appearance, so I won't repeat them all. Then we have Wonder Woman August 88 cover date, number 19. Again, George Perez with a lovely cover, and he's the writer, and he does the internal pencils. And the inks, for a change, are by Frank McLaughlin, and the colours, not for a change, are by Carl Gafford. And the story title, The Witch on the Island. No trivia here, just look at a gorgeous cover. Then we have number 20, which obviously has the title on the cover there, from September 88 cover date, Who Killed Mindy Mayer? And again we have cover, pencils, and written by George Perez, inks by Bob McLeod, and the colours by Carl Gafford. 21, October 88, another explosive cover here. Or as I put it here we have a raging Wonder Woman, on the eve of destruction it seems. But the internal title is The Cosmic Migration. And again George Perez doing his usual chores, with inks by Bob McLeod, and the colours as usual by Carl Gafford. Bit of trivia, Zeus reveals that Diana's bracelets were forged from remnants of the Aegis, which are supposedly shattered many years ago. And then heading towards the end, just what we got there, 3 books of the annual to go. Number 22, another November cover date, and this looks like a brighter and happier cover. George Perez again, cover artist, writer, and internal pencils, and old favourites Bob McLeod inks and Carl Gafford colours. The story title being Through Destiny's Door. Then this, I believe, is actually the first Wonder Woman annual with all new material. I didn't believe Volume 1 ever had an annual. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And I'm talking about the years between 1942 and 1986. This was a November 88 cover date, and all the stories are written by George Perez along with the cover art. We have 7 stories. A little short synopsis of those. Namely, title was Amazons, and that was by Brian Bolland, among others. The Diving Bird, with art by Art Adams. Dust by John Bolton. The First Statue by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Into the World Go Forth by Kurt Swan. Flight of the Icarus by Ross Andrew. And Testament, George Perez. And George later deemed Testament his favourite Wonder Woman work, citing Alan Moore at its chief influence. Excuse me. Then, the last issue in this part, number 23, December cover date, 88, and as the cover says, A God Among Men. Cover writer and penciler, again George Perez, inking Will Blyberg, colours Carl Gafford. Thank you for watching. Please comment, I like answering the comments, and if you would like to like and subscribe, that would be great. Slowly moving up the subscribers, which is lovely, and thank you all for subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.